One man, $1 trillion. One question nobody's asking. On November 6, 2025, something unprecedented happened in Austin, Texas. Tesla shareholders didn't just approve a pay package. They approved the largest transfer of wealth to a single human being in history. We're talking about a sum so astronomical that if you spent $1 million every single day, it would take you nearly 3,000 years to burn through it all. But here's what they're not telling you. This isn't about money. It's about something far more powerful, and the 75% of shareholders who voted yes might have just signed away more than they realize. To understand how we got here, we need to rewind. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971, Elon Musk wasn't your typical billionaire in the making. As a child, he was bullied so severely that he was once beaten unconscious and hospitalized. He buried himself in books and computers, creating his first video game at just 12 years old. But young Elon had bigger dreams. At 17, he escaped to Canada, then to America, carrying nothing but ambition and a head full of ideas that most people called impossible. His first company, Zip2, sold for $307 million. He was just 28. Then came X.com, which morphed into PayPal. Sale price, $1.5 billion. His cut, $180 million. Most people would have retired to a private island. But Musk, he did something nobody expected. He took that fortune and bet it all on two insane ideas: electric cars that nobody wanted and rockets that could land themselves. Everyone laughed. The media called him delusional. Tesla nearly went bankrupt in 2008. SpaceX had 3 failed launches and was weeks from collapse. But then something changed. The 4th rocket flew. Tesla survived the financial crisis. And suddenly, the impossible became inevitable. Fast forward to today. SpaceX dominates commercial space flight. Tesla is worth more than every other car company combined. Musk himself, the richest human being who has ever lived, with a fortune exceeding $500 billion. But apparently, that's not enough. Here's where things get interesting. And by interesting, I mean absolutely mind-bending. Tesla's board of directors didn't just offer Musk a raise. They offered him a deal that would make him the world's first trillionaire. The terms? If Tesla grows from $1.4 trillion to $8.5 trillion in value over the next decade, Musk gets over 400 million additional shares. Let me put that in perspective. The entire GDP of Canada is less than this pay package. You could buy entire countries with this money. You could end world hunger 40 times over. But here's the first red flag. The vote was overwhelmingly positive. 75% in favor. When does any group of rational investors agree to give away that much value? Unless they know something we don't. New York State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli called it perfectly. This pay proposal is not pay for performance, it's pay for power. Think about it. Musk already owns 13% of Tesla. This deal would push him toward 25% ownership. That's not compensation. That's a corporate coup disguised as a paycheck. Tesla's board wants you to believe this is all performance-based. Musk only gets paid if he hits these impossible targets. 20 million vehicles delivered. 1 million humanoid robots sold. 1 million robo-taxis on the road. 10 million full self-driving subscriptions. Sounds impossible, right? That's what they want you to think. But here's what nobody's talking about. According to leaked documents and insider reports, these targets aren't what they seem. TechCrunch discovered something fascinating. Many of these goals are actually watered-down versions of promises Musk has been making for years. Remember when Musk promised 1 million robo-taxis by 2020? That was 5 years ago. Now he has until 2035 to deliver the same number. The 20 million vehicles. He originally promised 20 million per year by 2030. Now it's 20 million total by 2035. The board can also use what they call discretion to determine if targets are met. Translation: even if Musk fails, they can still say he succeeded. But it gets stranger. There's a clause called covered events that could trigger payouts even without hitting the targets. Natural disasters, regulatory changes, market conditions. Any of these could be used as an excuse to hand over the shares anyway. This isn't a performance package. It's a guaranteed transfer of wealth with the illusion of conditions. Here's where our story takes a dark turn. Who exactly voted for this deal? Not the people you'd expect. Norway's $2 trillion sovereign wealth fund voted against it. They called it excessive and dangerous. CalPERS, America's largest pension fund, voted no. The world's leading proxy advisors, Glass Lewis and ISS, both said absolutely not. So who said yes? The answer might shock you. Musk himself was allowed to vote his shares, all 13% of them. That's like letting someone vote on their own salary. But it gets worse. Tesla changed its bylaws in May 2025, making it nearly impossible for regular shareholders to sue the company. You now need to own 3% of Tesla, that's $44 billion worth, just to file a lawsuit. Guess who owns more than 3%? That's right, Musk and a handful of mega funds. They've essentially made themselves untouchable. But here's the biggest revelation of all. This isn't really about Tesla. While everyone was focused on the $1 trillion, something else was happening. Shareholders were also voting on whether Tesla should invest in xAI, Musk's private artificial intelligence company. Think about that. Musk creates a private AI company to compete with Tesla's AI division, then asks Tesla shareholders to fund his private venture. Board chair Robin Denholm actually threatened shareholders. Her exact words, "Without Elon, Tesla could lose significant value." Translation: give him the money or he walks. When the CEO of Gerber Kawasaki called it extortion, he wasn't exaggerating. This is corporate hostage-taking at the highest level. And Musk's response to criticism: he called the advisors who recommended voting against his package corporate terrorists. When Norway's fund voted no, Musk sent their CEO a text saying, "Friends are as friends do," and cut off communications. This is the behavior of someone who knows he's already won. So what's really happening here? This isn't about making Musk rich. He's already richer than any human in history. This isn't about motivating him. He's already running 6 companies. This is about something bigger. Tesla isn't really a car company anymore. Look at what Musk talked about at the shareholder meeting. He spent more time discussing humanoid robots than cars. He claimed these robots will perform surgery, end poverty, and that every human on Earth will want one. He's not building a company. He's building an empire. Think about what Musk controls. The world's largest satellite network through Starlink, the only serious Western space program through SpaceX, the leading electric vehicle infrastructure through Tesla, brain-computer interfaces through Neuralink, social media through X, and now, potentially, an army of AI-powered robots. One man, controlling transportation, communication, space, and potentially the future of artificial intelligence. The $1 trillion question isn't whether Musk will achieve these targets. It's whether we've just witnessed the corporate equivalent of Julius Caesar crossing the Rubicon. When 75% of shareholders vote to concentrate this much wealth and power in one person's hands, despite every major advisory firm screaming no, you have to ask, what do they know that we don't? Or perhaps more importantly, what have we just allowed to happen? Remember this date, November 6th, 2025. The day shareholders didn't just approve a pay package, they might have approved the beginning of something much bigger, something that makes $1 trillion look like pocket change. The real question isn't whether Elon Musk is worth $1 trillion. The question is, can anyone afford to find out what he's really planning?
On the 2025 CEO Performance Award to our founder and CEO, Elon Musk, with over 75% voting in favor,